before changing the honey industry and introducing a twist to it, I've been part of a food industry, honey industry, worked for many honey companies in Europe before I decided to immigrate to the US.
Tell us a little bit about your background and what you're doing before you launched this project.
Before launching my current company and the brand that we have, I was in a different geography. I grew up and spent most of my life in Eastern Europe. And in 2012, I finished my business school, and my first job straight from the business school was, a standard position, which is a management trainee in a big company. But that company was actually a honey company. So before changing the honey industry and introducing a twist to it, I've been part of a food industry, honey industry, worked for many honey companies in Europe before I decided to immigrate to the US.
Outstanding. I guess a basic question, why honey? Was it a personal passion, or where did that come from for you?
Honestly, at that time, it was a great opportunity in a very interesting company that had many different divisions, all related to food and agriculture. I think it's my grandma's fault that I got into the food industry, because I remember when I was a kid, my grandma and my mom and dad, they were running a tiny tavern in the Mediterranean coastline, and seeing people gathered around the food, seeing people running around prepping the food, and also in my family, whenever we would have guests visiting our home, there's always going to be like plenty of food. And I think that was like subliminally inserted in my brain. And even though that I pursued business and entrepreneurship and something that excites me, I think in the background of all of that was food. And I don't mind that because I'm foodie myself.
So one more time, what's the big ask from the audience? We've heard your passion, we've heard the science, we've heard the flavor. So tell us again what's available, and tell us again how to find it, and let us know what our options are to just follow you more and support you.
Yeah, I invite people to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Melody, MELLODY Foods, all together. In terms of purchasing this, head to 11medicinehome.com and you can purchase it there. What all of you can do to help saving the bees is learning more about bees, learning more about pollinators, and you can do it through our social media. And finally, if you're equally passionate about bees and plant as we are, ask your favorite restaurant to reach out to us to offer Melody in your favorite restaurant. It can be a vegan restaurant or non-vegan. We're going to work with all the restaurants that reach out to us where people ask to see our product offered either on the menu, either within a meal, or just if you order a cup of tea and you want a side of Melody.